Hello everyone, my name is Harpreet Singh Kanda. Welcome to my YouTube channel Legal X Canada. In this video I'm going to discuss about jobs in Moncton. So in this video I'm going to answer few questions regarding jobs that every newcomer has in his mind before coming to any new country. So not all of these questions are being asked on my social media. Some of these questions were being asked on my social media and some I have added on my own to give you complete picture of the jobs in Moncton or what should be your expectations before coming to this country. So my first question is, can we survive without jobs? I have placed this question at first place because I wanted to start from very beginning. So this is the worst case scenario one can ever have. Can we survive without jobs? So for this question, my answer is yes. It all depends upon the experience of the person you talk to. But for me, in my case, yes, it is possible to survive without job. Because when I landed in Canada, I had certain restrictions over my study permit. Like I was not allowed to work at all I was not allowed to work off campus at all. So this was one of the restriction over my study permit, because of which I was not able to, I was not allowed to look for jobs in Moncton. So in my initial days, say 4 to 5 months, I was complete jobless. I used to survive only on GIC, like whatever we get from GIC, that was my only source of survival. So let me tell you the mantra or the way that helped me to survive in those days. Survival in initial days is possible with two ways. First, increase your income. Second, decrease your expenses. In my case, increasing income was not an option for me, so I had to go for option B, decreasing the expenses. So this is what I used to do. Like whatever I used to get from my GIC, I used to cut the expenses to the minimum, and I have survived for 4 months on merely on whatever I got from the GIC. So yes, survival is possible without jobs. This is the some of the worst thing that can happen to anyone. Knowing that you are not even allowed to work, so that was the most painful thing for me. But yeah, I survived. I passed that time, and now things are like normal to me. Next question is, can I survive at minimum wage rate? Yes, it is possible to survive at minimum wage rate. Again, it depends upon your way of living. If your expenses are too high than whatever you are earning from your job, then survival will be difficult. In case you cut down the expenses, then the survival is possible. Most of the international students get minimum wage rate during their initial days, during their first job. So it is very normal, and yes, survival is possible at minimum wage rate. What types of jobs international students usually do? Let me categorize the most famous sectors where international students usually work as their first job. The most dominating one is the food sector. It could be QSR chains or restaurants or anywhere, you can say like Burger King, McD, Pizza Hut, Domino's, Pizza. Then we have Indian restaurants or your local restaurants. Most of the international students work there. Next dominating sector is the retail sector. Most of the international students work as a cashier during their first job in Moncton or first job in Canada. They work as a cashier or I don't know the job profile where that stocks to the shelves in the store. So Yeah, this is the second most famous job profile most of the international students do. Third option is the on-campus jobs. So as I'm doing on-campus job, I'm doing in the IT office at Grantal University. So my job is on campus. So this is the third option. Yeah, there are a lot of other options as well where international students work, but the places I have mentioned are the most famous among the students where international students work. So next question is, how hard is it to find job? Well, in my experience, I have seen a wide spectrum to this question. How hard is it to find a job? Because to be honest, I have seen students who secured their job even before they landed in the country. So I don't know how they did it, but somehow they managed to secure the job before even they landed in Canada. I have met such students as well. So I don't know like how hard is it to find job here? Like it all depends upon your attitude, your skill, your mindset, and yeah, these are the only things that really matters for finding jobs anywhere. For example, in my case, I had restriction of working off campus, which meant that I was not even allowed to apply for jobs off campus. So I applied on campus, and it took me time, but eventually I landed a job in IT office of Grantal. So I'm not saying that getting job in IT office was that easy for me, but I was prepared to work even as a janitor for the survival purposes, right? It is all about your mindset. Keep on trying, keep working hard. You will find a job somewhere. It is not that hard to find a job in Moncton. It all depends upon your mindset, that what are you looking for in your job. If it is a matter of survival, you will easily find the job, right? There is nothing like the survival jobs are not available in Moncton, or it is that hard to find a job in Moncton. This myth of finding job is hard, finding job is difficult come into the picture when we start adding unnecessary filters to our job search. So as you are new here, you don't have Canadian experience, you don't know how Canadian work culture is. Just think of survival in those initial days. My next question is, can I find job in my field? The answer is yes, but it is going to take some time. You can't say your first job will be in your field, but with time, as you gain some Canadian experience, yes, eventually you will get job in your field. It is not that hard, unless your job comes into the licensed jobs category. So if your job is in licensed category, then you need to get your license first. Then after getting your license, you will be able to find your job. How hard it is to collect fees on our own? It is really hard. I will not lie on it. It is really hard to collect 1 year fees on our own with the studies. So what I suggest is have a backup of fees in your home country. You can't rely on jobs entirely to run your expenses, to have your living, and collecting fees on your own during your study phase in Canada. So it is going to be really hard. I don't think so it is possible, but yeah, like in the worst case scenario, people can manage it, but for me personally, it is hard. I won't say that you can collect fees on your own entirely. So I think I have covered most of the questions regarding jobs in Moncton. In case you have any other question, please comment on the video. I will try to answer it as soon as possible. Thank you for watching the video.